men do lives after them. Beware. 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 From beyond the grave comes blood-freezing horror, as an ancient curse brings paralyzing terror to all who know the terrible secret of the 4 skulls of Jonathan Drake.
Good evening, barflies, lounge lizards, and welcome to a very special treat here at the Snack Bar. And that's an interview with my favorite modern horror and sci-fi movie host, Dr. Gangrene, the physician of fright himself. And this is a gentleman that has been keeping the art form alive for decades now, and truly invokes that classic horror host feeling. That said, just because I'm a fan doesn't mean I'll be going easy. Some tough questions will be asked here tonight. And with that out of the way, let's begin. And I have to say, thanks Doc for joining us here tonight.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me on. It's my pleasure to be here and quite the honor for me too, because
overwhelming, am I not?
He wasn't talking to you, Box. Settle down. But anyways, since folks are always asking about Halloween content here at the Snack Bar, I figured I'd start with a Halloween-related question. Doc, what is your favorite Halloween memory or Halloween costume memory?
Man, one of my best childhood memories, of course, growing up in the 1970s is going to the department store and picking out what Ben Cooper or Collegeville costume that you want. They used to be all lined up in the department store. You go in the department store and they had little aisles of costumes, and there they were in their boxes, all the plastic masks and vinyl slip suits that we all wore. That was pretty cool. I remember dressing very distinctly as a skeleton one year, and that was probably my favorite costume. And then later on, making my own costumes and dressing as Frankenstein and Dracula and all that was cool too, but those Collegeville and Ben Cooper costumes were pretty special.
Oh man, I do have a real soft spot for those Ben Cooper style costumes. I remember getting one as a child at like kind of an outlet mall type thing. It was a Frankenstein, and I wore it to Crystal on the way home.
With the Monster Machine and your imagination, you can crank out a creepy creation, the Rotocast Monster Machine. 4, crank, in an hour it's dried. You've made Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Rotocast Monster Machine. Paints come with it to make him look fine. It's Galaxag and old Frankenstein.
The Rotocast Monster Machine by Hansa with 5 monster molds, paint, and instant muck.
Alright, time to get serious. Who do you think would win in a Mr. Universe style contest? Bela Lugosi? But he's in a bad mood because of your controversial views on macaroni and cheese? Or Basil Rathbone, who's in a good mood, but all he wants to talk about is proper mustache etiquette?
Well, as appetizing of a visual as that is, I'm going to have to go with Bela because, you know, after playing a vampire for all those years, I think he would have a way of hypnotizing the judges into selecting him. Plus, he does that creepy hand thing, you know, so yeah, I got to go with Bela.
Yeah, that's fair. So what 2 classic monsters that have never battled would you most like to see battle?
Let's see. I'm a big fan of the Hideous Sun Demon, so I'll go with that, and maybe something like Teenage Werewolf. I was a Teenage Werewolf, Michael Landon's monster. So yeah, the Hideous Sun Demon, Robert Clark, and I was a Teenage Werewolf with Michael Landon. That'd be a pretty good throwdown.
Yeah, that would be a great throwdown. And as much as I like the Teenage Werewolf, I gotta go the Sun Demon on that one.
A man who loved with fierce, demanding passion. A monster who ran wild in a reign of terror that spread murder in his trail.
Now, if you were to step into a transporter unit, much like The Fly, but at the last moment your dog jumped into the machine with you, which would you prefer? To have a dog's body with a human head, or a human body with a dog's head?
Man, I'll tell you, I'm going to have to go with a human body and a dog head I've seen the other way around on Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 70 version, that freaky little dog with the human head. No thank you. I'll stick with the human body and the dog head. Plus you get that great tongue. Imagine the things you could do with that.
You heard it here first, folks. Now, last question, because we gotta leave folks wanting more. If you could have a pizza party with any two deceased genre actors or directors, who would it be? Where would you go? And what would you discuss?
Oh man, let's see. Well, of course I'd have to pick Vincent Price, and probably also would go with William Castle. I think he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with. Always wished I could have met Vincent Price, and having the two of them together, we could talk about The Tingler and The House on Haunted Hill, those movies they made, and enjoy pizza. I think Vincent, would enjoy any food, and William Castle looks like the kind of guy that never turned down a meal. So it doesn't matter as far as where we go. Any of the pizza places in Nashville, there's a good one called Mafioso's. There's several good ones down in Nashville. So whatever, just go grab a pizza somewhere and hang out with those two guys. Yeah, that'd be fun.
If you're looking for something different, let me show you a few of my latest listings. Now here's a lovely piece of unimproved property, a small plot in a quiet neighborhood, just waiting for the right couple, maybe you. This costs more money, of course, but it's guaranteed to last you a lifetime, and then some. Now, if you're not afraid of something a little out of the ordinary, and you're in the market for an old, dark house, especially designed by Charles Adams, I've got just the thing for you.
But really, thanks for being here, Doc. It has been a true pleasure. Except for all those hours you left me chained up in your basement. But, par for the course.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, and good luck with everything for you too, Slim.
Now, if any of you fine folks aren't familiar with the Dr. Gangrene's work, he hosts the Sanitarium every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time on the NECAT Roku channel. I would also highly recommend checking out his YouTube channel. He does a Halloween movie review countdown every year, and it's pretty much my only Halloween tradition.
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid!
Halloween is really a special time, isn't it? Especially for me. You can see why if you know who I am. Look up a little. That's me, a Jacko Lantern. At Halloween time every year, I sit up here and watch everybody go by. It's a nice and scary time, isn't it? All those wonderful costumes and masks and makeup. I think about how much fun Halloween is. I also worry a little bit about the things that can spoil the fun of Halloween.
This morning, Billy looked like any other boy, but as the moon rose, he turned into a werewolf. He used new Pa's Halloween makeup kits. His friends did too. Look, Mike's a vampire. Amy's a ghost. Pa's makeup is safer than masks. It never blocks vision, and it's hypoallergenic too. So watch your kids turn into the creatures they really are with new Pa's Halloween makeup kits.
A very sad, sorry, spooky-looking jack-o'-lantern. Sad.
Sorry. Spooky.
And that's all the time we have for this year. Please like, comment, subscribe, watch skies, stay atomic, and check out the good doc.